Oh, yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Because it is time for Downtime in the Ring Live. This week, we have our longest episode, so please be ready and bear with us. It is our WrestleMania prediction show for 40 years. As professional wrestling fans, this has been our Super Bowl. This has been what we have been waiting for, and it is finally here. We have many great guests this week featuring the 2.5 Heels podcast, Nicky D, and the Exegesis podcast. We cannot wait. For the first time ever, we will have a pre-show for this podcast. So sit back, relax, pop a cold one, and get comfy, because we are about to begin Downtime in the Ring's prediction episode for WrestleMania 40.
Match number 1 is going to be this one. The team of Bianca Belair, Naomi, Jade Cargill versus Damage Control. Who's your pick?
Well, these ones are gonna win.
Damage Control.
Damage Control is gonna win.
Okay.
Ask me why.
Why is Damage Control gonna win?
Because they're scary.
It's like good girls against bad girls.
Yes.
I'm going for the good girls.
Okay. So
Bianca, Naomi, and Jade.
Mom chose opposite of you. Now we have the 6-pack ladder match challenge. The team of Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, The New Day, A-Town Down Under.
A-Town Down Under. They're gonna win on that side. You don't even have to look.
A-Town Down Under.
They're built like kangaroos.
They're built. Oh yeah, no, he's from Australia.
I don't like that one. I like that one.
Austin Theory.
Austin Theory's gonna win.
We will do the tag team match with which Mom didn't even let me announce all the teams before she picked, which is Awesome Truth, The Miz and R-Truth, The New Day, A-Town Down Under. Mom didn't let me finish because of this gentleman right here. She didn't let me even get close to...
She picked looks.
Yeah, she picked looks. Judgment Day, DIY, and New Catch Republic.
Well, with one of my really good sources, we're going Judgment Day.
LA Knight versus AJ Styles.
LA Knight.
Okay.
That was quick.
The match between LA Knight and AJ Styles.
We're going to stick with AJ Styles.
Mom went opposite again.
Wow.
The triple threat between Logan Paul, Randy Orton, Kevin Owens.
Kevin Owens.
We're gonna.
Oh, well, they're going with my guy on that one.
Kevin Owens, Logan Paul,
Hey.
and Mom. You and Mom agreed.
Yes, Kevin Owens, my guy, we're going with him.
Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso.
Jimmy Uso, I don't like Jay.
Why?
Because he's not honest.
Yeet!
As I was talking to my secret source, he said he was really disappointed that we let brothers fight against each other. And we're going for Jimmy.
We're going for Gunther versus Sami Zayn.
Zayn.
We will be going with Gunther versus Sami Zayn for the Intercontinental title.
We're going with Gunther, and he's keeping his title.
Sweet. We will go with Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
We are going with Rhea Ripley.
Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch.
I'm gonna go for Rhea.
The lady that you said is built like a kangaroo.
Yes.
Okay.
She's my girl.
In our Elimination Chamber prediction show.
I agree.
Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre.
Freaking Rollins, baby!
My secret source in the little room over there, I believe, said Seth Rollins.
Bailey versus Io.
We're going with Bailey.
Io Sky versus Bailey.
I'm going for EO because she knows how to use chopsticks.
Okay.
She's gotta win.
To the main event for night 1 will be Rollins and Cody versus Roman and Rock.
Bubba, do you even have to ask me who's gonna win?
Yes, I do.
Roman.
And The Rock, their tag team.
Yes.
Okay, just Roman's carrying it. Roman's gonna...
He's gonna dominate.
Oh.
To end the main event of night 1, Saturday night, will be the team of Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins versus The Rock and Roman Reigns.
My source in the room said he was excited that The Rock came back. And he's going for Rock, and he can never not go for Roman.
Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes to end WrestleMania 40 Sunday
I gotta
night.
stick with my
Secret source.
older, wiser secret source who says Cody's coming back, but he's never given up on Roman.
So it'll be Roman.
Roman
is your pick.
Yep.
All right.
Oh my God! These results are going to be interesting.
This is gonna be really interesting.
The main event for the biggest WrestleMania in 40
Are you
years.
sure you want to ask me this question?
Yes, the main event for the biggest WrestleMania in 40 years. Cody Rhodes will take on the Tribal Chief, the undisputed, well, technically not undefeated, but still undefeated, reigning champion, Roman. Did you lick your phone?
Yes.
Roman Reigns.
So Cody shouldn't even get in the ring.
Why? Why should Cody not get in the ring?
He's gonna lose.
He's not. Okay, why do you think Roman is going to win? This will be Roman's fourth WrestleMania going with a belt. This will be
Have you seen his tattoos?
1,300 days this man has held the title.
What's one more?
Okay, all right.
Wow. Okay, you heard it here.
Yeah, yeah. Hey. Yeah, yeah. Down. Time. Hey. In the ring. Yeah. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime's in the ring. We gon' hustle till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we got it till it's gone. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, you know we get it on. Downtime in the ring. Yeah, we hustle till it's gone.
Hi, everyone. Welcome to Downtime in the Ring. This has been the most highly anticipated episode we could film all year, but we had to bring the roster back. Obviously, I'm not going to introduce Chris because you guys already know Chris and you guys already have to deal with Chris every week. But how about I introduce? We got Nicky D. We got DJ coming back for 2 weeks in a row representing the Exegesis podcast. And we have the 2.5 heels joining us this week. So if you guys have followed us on our socials, we are actually doing a giveaway that includes this entire weekend. So we are giving away a custom tumbler that has the WrestleMania match card on it. The only way to enter is leave a comment in one of the many lives that we will have this weekend, including this one. You guys put a comment in this one, you guys are automatically entered. We will ship it wherever we have to go. We want to make you guys as spoiled as we are about to be spoiled this weekend. I know that
Dude,
some
those
people
tumblers
might
look
have
so good. I might put a comment down below.
put a comment in, Nicky. You technically count already. You're actually making comments. You technically count. I hope you guys are super excited. I'm ready. I hope you guys enjoyed that little pre-show. I wanted to include my family. They are one of the biggest sponsors and supporters of this channel, and I wanted them to know that their opinions do matter. Shout out to a buddy of Chris and mine's, Chris Ramos, for being one of the helpers to JoJo's picks, the other being my grandfather. But I want you guys to enjoy this episode. How is everyone doing this week? We have the biggest show of the year, or biggest 2 shows of the year, I guess. How's everybody?
I'm great. I'm ready to get it started. I'm so excited. This has been definitely the most anticipated WrestleMania in recent years. I'm ready to kick things off with a bang, see how it's going to go, see how many predictions I'm going to get right, what I'm going to get wrong. I'm excited.
I'll also say that we actually have 3 shows in the span of 2 days because we also have NXT Stand and Deliver that Saturday with the noon kickoff show as well. So over the span of this weekend, we have 20 matches that are currently confirmed for this card. That is a lot of wrestling that I'm here for.
Yes, very much so. What do you got to say, Unc?
Well, first things first. Glad to be back, as always.
Yeah.
Great video. Shout out to the family coming through. I didn't know my Dukes had the hots for the tribal chief like that.
Right.
She's a little hot in the pants from Roman Reigns, bro.
It's stressful, man. No matter what he got. So him, my grandfather's what got me into wrestling. Like he drank with Terry Funk. If that explains like how long he's been in wrestling. And so he's never given up on Roman. And then once Roman came back, after that little leukemia thing and, bulked up, finished his tattoos, my mom, it's been a hell of a ride for 4 years. I'm ready for it to end, honestly.
My mom had a huge crush on Roman Reigns too, so I understand that.
Yeah.
Good.
I can't say anything because I've had a crush on Roman since I was like 15, so I'm in the same boat.
But
what about you, DJ? Man, do you have a crush on Roman?
I hope Roman goes the way of Hollywood. Quick. I'm about tired of Roman Reigns. Just my opinion.
He's done. He's over it. He's over it like most of us.
Bring on somebody new. I'm ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to begin with night 1. And so how we'll format this is I'm going to pick somebody at random to start us off. So I'm very excited to see. And then from there, if you guys find a hole where you guys can fit in, cool. Let's go with it. But first match, WrestleMania Night 1, if my phone would not be dumb, is going to be a lucha match featuring the LWOs, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee versus Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. How we feeling about this, Unc?
Ooh, go right to me. Easy work. All right. Again, easy work. All right. Ray, you had your time last year. All right. You got all the stuff you needed to get in. This year, WrestleMania, it's going to Dominic and Santos, man. Ray is done. All right. You're finished. Now, Dragon, a great showing in this match. I'm positive of it. But in the end, it's Dominic. It's all about him.
Oh, okay.
I agree. It's time to push Dominic and Santos to the moon. Dragon Lee will have his time. He's a phenomenal in-ring competitor. He's a great luchador. And y'all already know. If y'all watch the podcast, y'all know I'm tired of Ray. I'm ready for Ray to hang up the mask, hang up the boots, and be done with in-ring competition. So my pick is Dominic and Santos Escobar.
Wow. We are almost going into full sleep. What about you, DJ?
All right. So very similar to Roman Reigns. Ray's had his time. It's been a great time. He should have gotten that send-off last year, but he's still hanging around for whatever reason. Santos and Dom are going to win this one. Dragon Lee will make it interesting, but 3 for 3. Let's go.
Wow. I'll tell you one thing. It's not going to go 4 for 4 because I'm picking the LWO.
Okay.
I'm going to have to be the one to because like I feel like the high flying ability of Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee is just going to be too much for Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio. I mean, Rey Mysterio and Dragon Lee have the experience. The only way I could see Santos Escobar and Dominic Mysterio win this match is if Carlito turns heel and screws the LWO out of this match, because you did see the look on Carlito's face when Ray said in the ring that he's going to be teaming with Dragon Lee.
So, Nicky, for like most of these picks, I'm very scared because when we all made our picks before Elimination Chamber, you were like, "Oh man, it would be so amazing if the Iconics came." And then the next day, not even the next day, like a few hours later, there's a picture of Cassie Lee Cassie Lee in front of the Elimination Chamber. So I'm gonna be very, very scared if he just calls the ending to most of these matches. It's weird. Even me and Chris were like, "There's no possible way." Oh shit. Okay, there is a way.
I mean, like, you wouldn't pay to see Carlito and Rey Mysterio go at it at some point in 2024. I would.
No.
Damn.
No.
What's your problem? What's your problem?
That's not cool.
It's
not cool.
Opening match of SmackDown somewhere, sure, but you know, not a PLE. No.
I'd pay for a live event to watch that.
Yeah,
at
See,
least
house show.
Go
It's not
for
even
it. Why not?
recorded. Yes.
it'll be recorded on my phone illegally, but it'll still be recorded.
I think Dom needs to get his get back from last year. If the prison yards taught him anything, you gotta get your get back.
We don't talk about
And
that video.
And Carlito is gonna help him. It's only right. It's only
Nothing sounds better than a bowl of cinnamon toast crunch and family violence. That's basically what the match was. Nobody can fight me on that.
I'm curious at what the sponsor matches are going to be like. It's going to be hilarious.
Well, Slim Jim for one. We know Slim Jim. It has to be LA Knight and AJ for Slim Jim. It has to be for what does Pat McAfee call them? Skinny long boys. It has to be a skinny long boys match. AJ versus LA, but we'll get into that when we get there.
I don't agree with that. I'm gonna touch that with a 6-foot pole, brother. I'm good.
Well, they're skinny long boys, so they'll be a 6-foot pole. Like
I wouldn't say that, cuz. I'm sorry.
So, my pick, I'm gonna make it short and sweet. LWO. I don't ever want to see Ray lose a PLE again. If he is on his way out, give him a good send off. I don't want to see him lose. I know Dom doesn't need the match. He's already a top heel. He can't even speak at his own wedding. Like, let's face it, he doesn't need this match. So we will go with the match of Bianca Belair, Naomi, and Jade Cargill versus Damage Control. Bree, start us off.
I said it on our predictions on our podcast, and I'm gonna say it again. I've been saying it. It's Black Girl Magic. Okay, I am choosing the amazing team of Jade Cargill, Naomi, and Bianca Belair. Damage Control, they're done. After this Mania, they're done. There's no way they're coming back from this. And that team is just too powerful to lose. Like, I just don't see it happening. Especially, this is Jade Cargill's first, like, actual match on the roster. She's got to get the win here. So, and then we got to keep that undefeated streak for Bianca, okay? They got to win. They got to win.
And I'll second that. I definitely think that Bianca Belair, Jade Cargill, and Naomi are definitely the more powerful group. I do think Damage Control will keep it competitive. If it turns into a high-paced affair, I expect Damage Control to be in control. But if this is just going to be slow and methodical, then it's definitely going to favor Bianca's team. And honestly, Bree touched on it a moment ago. This is Jade Cargill's first match as part of the active roster. And if we want to book her to be in the main event scene in 365 days' time, then she needs to win here. So I expect it to be the Jade Cargill show. I expect it to go about 8 to 10 minutes, but I expect Bianca, Jade, and Naomi to definitely get the job done.
I gotta respect that.
Yeah.
DJ, what do you think?
Same. My kid, my little one was. She's like, is Bianca Belair in WrestleMania this year? And I'm like, yes. She said, if you pick against her, you're a dummy. So I'm not going to pick against her. I think that it will be a lot more competitive than what people think. I think it will start off powerful, in the middle, you're going to get that high flying. And then in the end, you're going to get that Jade Cargill effect, and she's going to take over. I think there will be a little bit of hesitation between Bianca and Jade just to set up for future matches. But, yeah, you can't pick against that team. That's power right there.
All right, Chris.
Same thing. It's with Jade Cargill's being her debut match alone that just sold me. It's like she's gonna win. Bianca again will keep the streak going too, and it's just now that Bailey. I feel like taking Bailey out of damage control altogether was just like you could see it from a mile away happening, and there's nothing they can do to rectify that unless they just completely go left field and they do it, which I mean I'm not gonna I put that in the universe there, so sorry. But I'm my pick is with Bianca Belair and her team.
All right, Unc.
Mr. Redacted does not work here anymore, so there's no way it can go left. I promise you that. Now, again, I'm just going to clean it up and just say the same thing as everybody else is saying. But I'm going to say Asuka eats the pin because for some reason at WrestleMania, we love to pin Asuka. Asuka loves to lose at WrestleMania. So, sad to say it, but the Empress, she's going to feel jaded and she's going to lose. Uno, dos, tres.
And all I can say is, and I tell Chris this, I've told my partner this, expensive debuts never lose. So Jade's gonna take it. I think that's a smart pick from everybody. Have damage control lose, which is still gonna be weird because then I'm hoping with everybody's pick, the entire team of damage controls lose, but I don't know. Unc might throw a swerve later on. Who knows?
Well, they
So
got
now,
nothing to lose by losing.
True.
Like they've already built themselves up to be big enough and powerful enough to the point where they'll be a superstar even with loss.
True.
They got the belts.
Yeah.
For now.
They have the irrelevant belts, unfortunately.
Yeah.
They
have belts.
The only belts that are not defended this weekend.
Yeah.
Ouch. Look at the card.
Damn. So then
Leave it
we'll
to
go
Nicky.
we'll go into the 6-pack ladder match challenge for separate belts, as Michael Cole said this Monday, that the match doesn't start or doesn't stop when one set of belts are taken. Both sets of belts have to be taken, which is going to lead to interesting teams, and I can't wait to see who you guys pick as Raw and SmackDown Tag Team Champions. So we have the team of the JD defending against Awesome Truth, DIY, New Day, New Catch Republic, A-Town Down Under. I'm going to go with DJ. DJ, who do you got? What scenario do you think is going to happen?
Man, as soon as he said that on Monday, I'm like, okay, all 4 belts are up there. What happens if they jumble up the tag teams? So like Priest gets a belt, and say I don't know, Theory gets a belt, and then are they going to go that way with it, or are they just going to separate it by? All right, this team's got a belt, so they're going to win this one. This team's going to get – all right. So I think Judgment Day is going to hold on to their belt. I think that they're going to have the Raw belt. I think that and what do they call it? Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate, I think they're going to get the SmackDown belt. So just kind of out of left field, I have a feeling they're pushing them for a reason, and I think they're going to get a reward for it. I don't know. I can't think of anybody else on Theory and Waller. No, they're more singles guys. yeah, they're teaming up right now, but I don't think they're going to be able to be cohesive enough to hold a tag team belt for any length of time. So that's why I went with Dunn and Bate.
Well,
Okay.
I definitely agree with the fact that I think the New Catch Republic are gonna become the new SmackDown Tag Team Champions. I don't think Judgment Day is gonna be walking out with any of the tag team titles because I think Damian Priest is gonna be cashing in his Money in the Bank contract on Drew McIntyre right after he beats Seth Rollins. So I kind of think that DIY is going to get the Raw Tag Team titles. I think that they've been on the main roster long enough for the past 2 or 3 years. They've had enough matches where I think you could feel comfortable going into 2024 with DIY as the Raw Tag Team champions, especially with Triple H at the helm. Triple H has groomed these two men through NXT for a number of years, so they're ready for this. So I kind of feel like it's going to be DIY walking out with the Raw and New Catch Republic walking out with SmackDown.
So my pick for SmackDown is the New Day because let's not forget how charismatic these guys are, and they deserve one more good run as tag team champions. So give them the SmackDown belts, put them on SmackDown. The Raw belts, I feel like if they're not going to give them back to Judgment Day, continue the storyline, bring it full circle, and put the belts on Awesome Truth. Like, what? That would be some awesome comeuppance. Like, you see R-Truth, the GOAT, okay, get
The GOAT
after he was kicked out of Judgment Day. It would be perfect. That's what I want to see.
My pick
I'm gonna say
is
the same thing.
My pick is everybody's excited. The crowd's going crazy. R-Truth goes. Miz is telling him, grab the Raw. And what does R-Truth do? He grabs one of each. Just because that is R-Truth. Just because that is an R-Truth move. And that would be perfect for Philly. Is Miz is finally like, we're double champions. I'm double tag team champions. They hint like, oh, we're going to separate the belts. You know, Michael Cole's pushing it. Everybody's excited. 2 different teams. And then R-Truth grabs a red and a blue. And he's like, I did it. I would love it. That's my pick. 100%.
That would be hilarious. That changes everything.
That just changed mine. That damn sure changed my pick now because it's like
that'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
That's too good.
That shit got me thinking like, damn, would Trips do that shit?
I think he
absolutely
would.
would.
He would.
Yeah.
He would.
Just to make him lose
For
the
truth,
next
he
night.
would.
For truth, he would. Yeah.
100%. It would be perfect because like all of our thoughts are, you know, the rumors are going around that Theory and Waller may not be in the match, that a random tag or a mystery tag team is supposed to come in. And everybody's thoughts are like, who's this? What brand are they going to go on? And complete swerve at Mania, best moment ever, is R-Truth grabbing all 4. I would love it if he grabbed all 4 and just got greedy with it. I would be like,
Yeah.
all right, you know what? Screw it. We'll have it. He
I
deserves
will
it.
say, if there's a mystery team that replaces Austin Theory and Grayson Waller, then that mystery team's going to win.
Do you think so?
The Hardy Boys did it
Think about it.
on the WrestleMania that the New Day hosted.
Yeah.
So
Who's
almost
wasting
every
the
time they
surprise
bring
return?
a superstar that's not in the matchup, Brock Lesnar did it with the 2019 Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm.
True.
Like, it feels like almost every time that there's a mystery opponent that doesn't get found out to the last second, they win.
Cody Rhodes did it at Mania.
Yeah.
Yep.
True.
I mean,
There you go, Mania 38 against Seth
we
Rollins.
knew.
But we
I'm
knew
sorry,
that was
Nicky.
going
We did.
We
We
knew
did.
months away that this was happening.
Which
So,
speaks volumes to the fact that there are just so many combustible elements that can happen in this match.
Yeah.
Like,
So there's 2 teams on the indies currently that I would love. Well, one team that I would love to see in the match. They're free agents. They're in Philadelphia right now. They wrestled for TNA. the Motor City Machine Guns, I would love to see get a WWE run. 100%. Of course, they'd have to change the name unless, Triple H was cool with it. But I would love to see if they were the mystery team that gets added to the
That'd be
ladder match.
amazing. That'd be
cry.
absolutely amazing.
He would be crying on my couch if that happened. He'd be like, oh
Yep. I would mark out. I would mark out if the guns showed up. Just to drive away, Alex and Chris. Just to drive away.
Never say never.
I have to say my pick, I think Judgment Day will take the Raw belts. And Awesome Truth will take the SmackDown belts.
Switch it? Okay.
Yeah. To give it that extra just twist of, oh shit, R-Truth is now on Fox. And therefore more eyes and stuff like that. Thinking of a business aspect, maybe comedically.
Comedically, yeah.
Comedically.
Could work. R-Truth going up against Pretty Deadly to defend the belts. That would be
my god. Yes.
Anger.
Yes.
The amount of content you can make out of that.
Anger. God. I would love it. R-Truth versus
Randy Orton on the same show again. Yeah.
No. No. So, everybody's giving their thoughts on this tag team match. But how about we go brother versus brother? Third time this has ever happened in WrestleMania. Each time, 15-year intervals. Crazy. We have Jay versus Jimmy. And I really want to know what you guys think on this one. I think it might all come together and we have one collective pick, but who knows? Nicky, start us off.
I love the story that we've gotten between the two brothers. I gave a hot take that WWE shouldn't have split up the Usos, but I will say the story that we've gotten since they've splitting up has been excellent. And I think Jay has more to fight for in this match, being the little brother. Jimmy has the bad guy persona, and Jimmy will probably control majority of this matchup, but I think Jay is gonna come up and actually beat his little brother here. I think that WrestleMania is built for the good guy to come out on top and leave the WWE universe happy. And I think that's going to be one of these situations. And honestly, I think that Jay is going to take this win and catapult himself into the main event scene in 2024 if he's not already there now. But at the end of the day, my prediction, I think Jay's going to overcome his big brother.
They said nope.
So I'm going to agree with that person who just said no. Jimmy needs this win. He needs this win. He has not had that same push, that same catapult to the top that Jay has had since they split up. Jimmy's been losing matches left and right. He's seen as the unserious person in the bloodline. Nobody takes him serious. And this is his moment to get on that WrestleMania stage, face his baby brother, and shut him up, okay? I'm choosing Team No Yeet for this one, okay?
Damn. Okay.
She's not the only one. She's not the only one. I'm telling you, for almost the exact same reasons. Jimmy has been in the shadow, and Jay is already main event Jay. That's his name. I mean, the main event status is already there. What's going to happen to Jimmy should something happen to the bloodline, and we'll get more on that later. But, he's got to go somewhere. He has to have a platform. I think this is going to be the one that catapults him into that main event status, just on a different show.
I'm so disappointed. I'm so
Wise
disappointed.
man has spoken.
I'm gonna go. Y'all are going with my mom and
the
my
stamp.
aunt.
The stamp.
Y'all are going with them. What about you,
The crack open of the can. Dunzo.
Look, man.
I
Now,
have to say, oh, go ahead.
my feelings, my sentiments, right? I'm the oldest sibling, all right? So this story is as old as time. So my initial thought was to say, you know what? As big bro, sometimes you gotta do that. That happens. But as I'm thinking, like Jay different. Like over isn't a word. Like Cody's more over than Jay, for sure. But if you put them entrances back to back, the crowd is tired. You feel me? So smart money was to say that Jay is gonna go over because what's more of a big brother thing to do than to give your brother his biggest moment of his career? Then what better way to do that than put on a classic, take a loss.
I'm agree with you and go yeet. Yeet. That's all I can say. Chris, finish us off, man.
Sometimes as a big brother, though, you got to correct and guide.
You are wrong. Yeet.
Yes. Yes.
You are wrong, and we're gonna yeet. We're just gonna yeet. That's all I can say.
Damn. That's I have to say I get both arguments. That's crazy. If it was me and Nate in WrestleMania, fuck that guy. I'll go Jimmy. I'm winning at Mania.
Okay. I'll let that one
Jimmy.
slide. I'll let that one slide because that was a good one. All right. Okay. You know what? I guess it's even. Really.
Yeah.
3 yeet and then 3 delusional people. So it's fine. It's good. It's all fine. We can yeet.
It'll be settled on Mania night.
It'll be set. You'll just see me bent over my chair crying and be like, "No yeets." So
I'd pay to see that.
it's gonna happen. If he loses, I'm gonna be so pissed. I'm gonna be so pissed because the counter argument to that is okay. So what happens if like Jimmy needs this? Jay doesn't really. Jay really does. He hasn't been winning as much as he should for main event status. It's like he's the main event of losing. That's really what he is at this point. So we need both of them need this
They
win.
both need it. Yeah.
Yes, it's gonna be a draw. Let's have that. WrestleMania 41 Vikings match.
Contest.
A damn draw.
Draw.
That's insane.
So we will have our second title actually defended. And I'm actually interested to see what you guys say. The Intercontinental Champion, Gunther, will be defending against Sami Zayn. And you know what? Chris is going to start us off this time.
You missed the trigger on Sammy. I'm going Gunther. You missed the trigger on Sammy.
What do you
Sammy had his moment at Elimination Chamber. He had his moment at Mania. It was a good ride with Owens, and then you split them up just for no reason. And I get it. He needs to take down the bloodline, but I feel like he could play more of the how you call it, the Avengers aspect of it, end game aspect of it, where he'll be a part of all that. But I don't think he's gonna beat Gunther. I'm echoing Chad Gable. You can't beat him. That dude is gonna chop you to next week and the week after.
Okay.
I agree with everything that Chris just said. I honestly have never really been on the Sammy train. Like, he is a great in-ring competitor, don't get me wrong, but like, they had multiple opportunities to make him this main event superstar, and they're trying to do it too late, in my opinion. We wanted Chad Gable. This should have been Chad Gable's moment. I am going to die on that hill. until he gets his moment. So I'm going with Gunther in this one. There's no way Sammy wins this at all.
Well, I have to disagree on that one. I picked Sami Zayn to upset Gunther here. I mean, just 365 days ago, Sami Zayn ended the Usos title reign, which was about the same amount of time as this title reign is. So Sami Zayn has experience getting upsets. And I think Chad Gable is going to cost Gunther the match. And then Sammy's going to get upset at Chad Gable because Sammy didn't do it by himself. And then Chad Gable's going to get his moment and beat Sammy for the title at the next pay-per-view. I do think Sammy's just going to be a transitional champion, but I do think that losing the Intercontinental title for Gunther would do more good than bad, because then it'll catapult him into the main event scene where he could become even more of a dominant monster, so that he can challenge Drew McIntyre for the World Heavyweight Championship in 2024. So I think that Sami Zayn is going to become the new Intercontinental Champion at WrestleMania, so that Gunther can go challenge the World Heavyweight title.
So I actually, and I have it written down, that Gunther is going to win, but because of Chad Gable. Just the opposite. I think that Gable is going to cost Sammy the match. Whether it's throwing in the towel because Sammy's just getting the crap kicked out of him, or whatever, that's going to set up a triple threat match later on that Gunther will lose, and he won't even have a part in it. I think at Backlash we're going to get a triple threat between Gable, Sami Zayn, and Gunther, and that's then Gable will pin Zayn for the belt. So, yeah.
What if they stick that on night 2? I mean, there is only 6 matches on that card, and we got 7 on night 1. It'd make it even.
That is true.
Go for it. Why not?
Remember what the main event is, y'all.
Yeah.
And how much time we gonna need?
Yeah.
We're going to need that. But who knows? How many times have we seen? We haven't seen too many title changes in on Raw so far.
That's
so
true.
Bring that back. It's going to be a huge one. But I think that it's going to be pretty much a no contest. Gunther is just going to beat the ever-loving stuff out of Sami Zayn. Gable is going to do something to cost the match. That's going to set up a triple threat where Gunther doesn't even have to lose the belt himself. And then you have the real contest there, and then Gunther will go on to challenge the winner that we'll announce later.
I'm here for that.
Okay.
Thanks. I thought we all was just gonna say it at the same time. I was gonna be like, all right, everybody, and 1, 2, 3. Gunther. I thought we all was just gonna say the same thing, because as much as I do believe in Sami Zayn, right? Like, yeah, but whole time, no. Sorry, Sammy. It's just not your time, son. Because if I wanted to see the world burn, Gunther could still stay the Intercontinental Champion and take that world title off of whoever walk away with it from WrestleMania. Why? Because he can. That's just me. But yeah, I'm definitely saying Gunther is walking out of here still Intercontinental Champion.
All right. I'm the last one. And all I'm going to say is El Generico will be smiling down from heaven or Mexico. Don't check on me geographically if that's how that works. It's how it works right now. And tears are going to come out of that mask as he sees Sami Zayn win the Intercontinental title, and Gunther being able to be pushed to the main event scene later on this year. That's what I'm going to go with.
No.
Solely because El Generico deserves to see his greatest creation, Sami Zayn, not vice versa, win a title. That's it. That's all I gotta say.
I just think of Shinsuke Nakamura versus Sami Zayn, but opposite roles. It's like, come on now, come on now.
I did lose my mind. I wanted to do that. It's for El Generico. That's all it is. He's going to be smiling down from heaven or Mexico. So we go on to the semi-main event of night one. Brie had a lot of disdain for why this match is on night one, and I think she'll start us off.
Absolutely.
It is the women's world champion, Mommy Rhea Ripley, going up against the man, the author, the actual mommy, Becky Lynch. Bree, start us off.
This is not a night one match. Like, this match to me just screams WrestleMania Sunday. Like, the build for this has just been phenomenal. The promo work between these two, the face-offs, them on the Ariel Helwani show, like, it needed to be on night two, but for some ungodly reason, it's not. Either way, whether it's night one or night two, Mommy is gonna come out on top as usual. I'm never gonna root against Mommy. I love the man, I love Becky, but this is Mommy's moment.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna go with Mommy also. I don't want Becky to win it. Also, she's been saying things this week that I'm like, really, come on now. She's said that like whenever she steps away, she's still gonna be the greatest woman to do it. Let's be honest, she had one good year, and this was this past year, and now she's never gonna let this go. She's one of those people, which she's like a CM Punk to me almost, and so I'm getting real tired of it. So I'm gonna go with Rhea.
And I'm going to third that. I'll go with Rhea as well. Like, I've been a big supporter of the fact that I don't even think Becky Lynch should have been booked to be here. Like, I just don't see anything interesting.
He killed Brie.
Like, anything at all. Like, Becky Lynch is turning into Charlotte Flair, in my opinion. And I'll say it. That's a hot take that I had about a week or so ago. But I just also think that Mommy is too dominant. Like, Mommy has been the champion for 365 days, and it doesn't matter who steps in her way. Like, she even proved that size doesn't matter when she completely obliterated Nia Jax at Elimination Chamber. So what chance does Becky really have? Like, I Rhea Ripley walking out with the women's world champion will solidify her as a mega star. And I'll be honest, I don't want to see Rhea Ripley losing that title until she defends it against Liv Morgan.
I agree.
That's a wild pick, but okay.
So I had up until the and I'm going to mask Helani interview.
Yeah.
All right.
Helwani.
So I actually wrote down Becky Lynch because it sets up a later feud with Charlotte Flair. But after she opened up her damn mouth and started saying all that stupid crap about, I could walk away and no. All right. Yeah, you're done. Sit down. I just try to think of things now, and I'll always be a booker. Always. That's my dream role. So I always think of now and what can happen in the future. How are you going to bring back injured people later? So that's why I thought that you could still bring them back and still have that Lynch and Flair feud because they still have some unfinished business. But yeah, no, Mommy's going to win it. And I think she's going to win it big. Yeah. I don't know who's going to take it off of her. I really don't.
All right, Unc.
Rhea Ripley.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
Love it.
That's it.
Unc's got a gavel. Just that's it.
What else you want? You want some? You
We
want some?
said
All
it all.
right. Okay. What else is there to say? I mean,
Yeah.
I said it on the pod. Becky's dog food, Alpo, puppy chow. It's a rat. All right. It's just gonna be an amazing night for Rhea Ripley. Okay. Because think about it. If Ripley lose, right? This is Philadelphia, the same city that booed Santa. All right. Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Rhea wins in impressive fashion. So that way, Becky can go be a mommy.
Mm,
Damn.
that's my co-host, folks.
All right, Chris, you're gonna finish this.
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
Oi, oi, oi,
Oi!
Aussie, Aussie, Aussie.
oi, oi.
It's no comment. No comment.
All right. So let's finish off night one. We're all tired. Our emotions have been running. We're, some of us are going to be just, full off pizza and beer. It's going to be an amazing day, but we still have one more match. We're sitting there and we're waiting as Cody Rhodes and Seth Rollins first come out. We're excited and we're all anticipating seeing the Bloodline join them in the ring. DJ, you're going to start us off. Who do you think is going to win between the Bloodline and Homelander and weird Harry Potter from what they've been saying? Who do you think is going to win?
Homelander and weird.
All right. I think we're going to get a lot of cameos during this match on both sides. But because of what's going to happen on night 2, I'm going to have to say that Rhodes and Rollins are going to end up winning this match. And there's a reason for it that I'll explain when we get to night 2.
Okay. Rhodes and Rollins.
So
I'm gonna have the opposite of that. I think The Rock and Roman are gonna dominate them, and I think like Uncle Black said about Rhea and Becky. I think it's gonna be dominant, and I think it's gonna be impressive, because honestly, when it comes to night 2, no matter who wins in night 2, I still think that the storyline will be better with Bloodline rules. Like whether Roman Reigns retains in his own kind of match, or Roman Reigns loses the title in his own stipulated match, just to stamp the point home even further. Like, I think that the Roman and Cody night 2 benefit a lot better up with Bloodline rules. So I think with the storyline, it makes sense for The Rock and Roman to win.
yeah, I'm gonna agree with Nicky on this. We got a glimpse of what Bloodline rules means on Monday night, and it just got me even more hype. Like, it just solidified my prediction that The Rock and Roman Reigns are absolutely going to obliterate Cody and Seth on night 1, and I will explain that prediction further when we get to the main event of night 2. So I'm just gonna leave it there.
Damn, everybody's got like add-ons. Everybody's got more lore to go with it. Well, I'm gonna go with the Bloodline. I think they're gonna do it, especially after what I saw from the reports today, is that The Rock was training with Gallus and actually legitimately training for a tag team match. I think
NXT's Gallus.
NXT's Gallus.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Those are the big boys down there.
I'm super excited. I think that we're going to get a lot of unique spots. I think that what most of the fans are going to think is that Rock's going to be slow or he's going to look rusty. I don't think so. I think he's taking it serious this time, and it'll be cool, if he's the one that gets the pin. And especially if he looks at Roman when he gets the pin, that's a money shot right there that I'm ready to have. So I'm going to go with the Bloodline.
Yeah, just to add real quick, I watched The Rock and Roman on Jimmy Fallon last night too, and he definitely said like he's been training for months. So
Yes.
there will not be any ring rust there at all. He said that he and Roman have been training together. So I'm definitely excited to see what's going to happen when they get in the ring.
All right.
They should be training together because Roman doesn't do anything anyway.
Damn. Damn. Damn.
Makes the pin.
Jay Bullet.
Shit.
Shit.
You ain't wrong.
All right. Well, looks like he's got his hands ready. He looks like he's ready to just hurt us. So what do you guys say?
God, no, we're not. No. Nobody's finna get hurt at all. Because I've said this once, and I'll repeat this until I'm blue in the face. This tag team match will be a blissful 30 minutes of just Lincoln Financial Field listening to Dwayne Johnson yell at Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes. Look at you. Huh? Look at you. Just and to add a little bit of sauce in the pot. Cody is eating this pin because The Rock is going to pin Cody Rhodes, henceforth setting up this match. Because at this point, with the build and the footage that we got on B-roll right now, that match has already been made, if it has not already. And that's a match that I definitely want to see. Somewhere.
I would pay good money.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
I would
But
pay
yeah,
good money.
Bloodline wins. Bloodline rules.
All right. Go, Chris.
Bloodline wins. Bloodline rules. It's just I'm ready to see a public B rating of a larger man versus a smaller man. Just Rock just straight talking shit, and then he's like tag teaming with Roman, just talking shit across the ring. You're gonna hear a lot. I'm ready for all of it. So
all right. Well, we just finished night 1. Night 2. We're all texting each other. We're super excited. We've already given our thoughts for night 1. I'm a little tired. We're going into night 2. And we are opening up with a match that Chris and DJ have just been talking massive shit about for the entire week.
Me as well.
Oh my God. We are opening up with a Philly street fight match between the Pride and the Final Testament on night 2. And you know what? I'm gonna have somebody non-biased. I'm gonna have Nicky start us off because I've already had everyone's already given their thoughts this week on this one.
It's gonna be a Philly street fight, and if it's gonna be a Philly street fight, it better go in every place that this arena has to offer. I want to see this fight spill into the streets of Philadelphia. Like, I want to see them 3 or 4 blocks from the arena fighting through a grocery store like Booker T in Austin did back in 2001. Like,
that'd be hilarious.
This match just be as barbaric as possible. And honestly, when you look size-wise, these are the 6 men to do it. Don't sleep on the Authors of Pain over there. They wreaked havoc through the WWE division when they had their first run here. Like, just because we haven't seen them much in matches doesn't mean they're still not as dominant as they once was. I think that factor could come back to bite the Karrion Kross and his crew early on. Maybe ring rust, maybe fatigue. But I think once they get going, I think it's going to be a big man-slapping, man-meat 6-man tag match that everybody wants to see. And honestly, I haven't made a prediction, but I can for y'all. Like, I kind of feel like Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits need this a little bit more. Like, the Karrion Kross just came back on the scene. And honestly, I don't think a loss is going to hurt him, and it wouldn't surprise me if they make him lose because they've done it to him before. So I'm going to give Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits the win here.
So before all 4 of y'all go on your rants, I'm just gonna say this is the only match I really don't care who wins because it's I just want Jason Kelsey to make an appearance and that's perfectly fine for me. Like I don't care, but I know all four of y'all seem to have your thoughts on this match. So how about we'll let Chris go first, and then anybody that finds a way to get in, you go. But Chris, you can go first.
This screams ECW main event to me.
No. Oh.
That's my comment. If I had to pick, if it's going to be an ECW main event, then I want Lashley to come out with his old ECW theme because of Unk sending me that reel on Insta of him coming out of the old stage, the old ECW stage. Yeah,
they got everything down there at the World.
Yes, they do, and it's insane. That's my pick. If Lashley comes out with his old ECW theme, then I'll have the Pride win.
Okay.
But otherwise, if not, Authors of Pain, of course, they need to be dominant again.
Okay. DJ.
So,
oh no, Bree. Let's see, Bree.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. This should have been Friday Night SmackDown main event right before the Hall of Fame. If they wanted to do this, this does not need to be a WrestleMania match whatsoever. And then to just twist the knife, all I asked for Jimmy versus Jay was a brotherly love street fight. And who do they give it to? Karrion Kross, Authors of Pain, Bobby Lashley, and the Street Profits. So to say that I am pissed about this match is understatement of the century. I truly don't give a shit who wins this match. Like, this match is just, I don't care at all. But if I have to pick, I'm gonna go with Karrion and Authors of Pain. Final Testament, if that's what they're calling them, they need this more than Bobby Lashley in the Street Profits, in my opinion. So, DJ, go ahead. I'm done.
You know what? We find ourselves again. We're in agreement. I think I said this is a pre-show match. I like the idea of carrying it all around the place. Why not? Start it in the pre-show. Let them, get them out of the area, get them out of the ring, get them out of the stadium, carry them down the street. Who cares? You flash back to them later on in the show, and they're still fighting down the street or whatever. The next match has already started. LA Knight and AJ Styles are tearing it up in the ring, and then you cut away, and oh yeah, they're still fighting on top of a cop car now. Somebody's trying to climb a greased street pole or whatever, and it's just, who cares? No one cares. But since we're predicting, I really think that Authors of Pain need to win a little bit more than the Street Profits and Bobby Lashley. I think we're going to get some good moments in there. I'd love to see Lashley come out in ECW. I don't know, but yeah, Final Testament for the win. Who cares? Move on.
Damn. There's so much lack of love in this match.
Oh, where do I start? So, also, along with everybody else, no one cares about this match. But see, y'all are missing the whole point, okay? Because behind the scenes, they're recording season 2 of Love and WWE. So, I'm pulling for Bobby Lashley and them, so that way Montez can have a perfect moment, and that way I got something to watch with my girl on Hulu next year. That's all I'm here for.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, that show was actually fire.
I'm thinking like somebody that's trying to make some money, and if you saw them numbers from last season, why not?
Okay. All right. All of our reasoning have really nothing to do with their careers. It's just solely
at all.
Solely because we're just gonna watch it. That's it.
Yep.
Story's dead, man. The story's
Story.
stale.
Yep.
Oh, what story? My fault. The angle
There
is
is no
stale.
story.
Damn.
What
okay.
story?
What
We need to know,
There
story?
Matt.
hasn't
What are we
been-
going to
there
do?
hasn't
I don't
been
a
know.
solid
Let's throw a
story.
dart and see who we got. Oh yeah, all right.
Oh my god. Okay.
crazy.
Well,
That's
we'll
crazy.
get away from all this negative about it, and we'll go into what would have been a TNA main event match.
Mhm.
These two gentlemen definitely deserve their flowers, and I'm very excited to see what they can do. We have L.A. Knight,
Yeah.
versus the phenomenal AJ Styles. And I want Chris to start us off because this is the one that has made him cry the most.
I've been on the LA Knight hype train since his NXT days, but I've been on the AJ Styles hype train since the TNA days. So, and the fact that he keeps saying that he's going to change up his theme, I'm really, really curious on that. I'll go LA Knight because he needs the win more.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Bree.
Yeah. I've been dubbing this over on our podcast. I've been calling this the grudge match of the century. This match, the build for this has been hilarious. LA Knight going to AJ Styles' house and them just brawling in the front yard. Like, it's been fucking great. But like Chris said, LA Knight needs this win. I am excited to see what AJ Styles is gonna do and like change up about his character. But LA Knight needs this. This is his Mania debut, and he deserves the win.
I kind of agree with that. I think that the home invasion angle that we had a few weeks ago at AJ Styles' house was a very good promo, and I think they've cut pretty good promos since then. But I think that LA Knight's career could catapult more right now. Like if LA Knight was to beat AJ Styles at WrestleMania, we could talk about him being in the United States title picture with Logan Paul at SummerSlam when it comes to you in Cleveland, Logan Paul's hometown. So I think that LA Knight definitely needs it more. He wants it more, and he's more focused on AJ Styles. AJ Styles is more in the defensive mode in this rivalry this time around. So I think AJ Styles is going to come out very aggressive and dominate a lot of this matchup and ultimately come out with the win.
Okay. I'll go with that. All I'm going to say is, yeah, that's it. Yeah. He
That's
needs
all
it.
that needs to be said.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'll see. Yeah. What the t-shirts say, man? Whose game is it? What everybody's saying. LA
Triple H.
Knight. That's who's winning. LA Knight. It is his, but LA Knight is winning.
Yeah.
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 He-
There it is.
He's put in the work. He really has. LA Knight has put in the work. He's captivated audiences. He's put butts in the seats. Yes, AJ has been good for a long time, but there's just this mystique with LA Knight. A lot of people associated him with like The Rock or Stone Cold till The Rock showed back up, and he said, "Let me show you how to do this." And but yeah, I think LA Knight is going to win this one. And I look forward to seeing what he's going to do with that U.S. championship.
All right. So, speaking of the United States Championship, we are going into a triple threat match. I'm very excited to see what everybody thinks. We have the Maverick, Logan Paul, who has been putting in the work also. One of the GOATs, Randy Orton. Love to see a title on him again, but I don't think this one. And Kevin Owens, who doesn't need a title. He just loves to fight people. Unc, why don't you start us off?
Hey, I'm gonna shake the room with this one, y'all. So dig this. Logan Paul is walking out of WrestleMania still your United States champion, and here's why you got to live with that. Because SummerSlam is in Cleveland, Logan Paul's hometown, and who wouldn't want to see their hometown hero defending his championship in a valiant effort at the Cleveland Brown Stadium? Who? So, everybody. That's why the show is selling out. So I'm taking Logan Paul in an amazing match because I mean, think about it. All right, everybody that he's interviewed on that damn podcast, Impulsive, he's had great matches with all of them, and I feel like this one is going to be no different. So, but yeah, Logan Paul gets that big fat dub.
Agreed. I'll say that real quick. Agreed.
Yeah, I agree, 100%. Logan Paul, he's the reason why they're going to sell out the Cleveland Brown Stadium because the Browns sure can't do it. So
damn,
yeah. I mean, and I guarantee Logan Paul will bring that up. So it took Logan Paul to have his championship in that stadium to sell it out. So. You heard it here first. Well, yeah.
As a diehard member of Ravens flock, I greatly appreciate you coming for the Cleveland Browns like that. But this match, honestly, I feel like I'm being pulled in 3 different directions. Okay, these are 3 superstars who are phenomenal. Logan Paul shocked the hell out of everybody when he came to WWE. Like, nobody believed that he was going to be where he is now, and he's doing a fantastic job, to say the least. Kevin Owens, I mean, it's his track record speaks for itself. Like, he's great. But I got to go for my childhood favorite. I can't. It's Randy Orton. Like, that's my entire childhood right there. I know he has no shot at winning. Logan Paul winning makes the most sense. So I think that's what's going to happen, but my heart will not let me choose anyone besides Randy Orton. So that's where I'm going to go.
I'll say this much. I do think that Logan Paul's going to retain, but I think something's going to happen that's so drastic that we might not even realize Logan Paul retains. Like, I think that John Cena is going to return and help Logan Paul retain and go heel in the process, something we've never seen. And honestly, if John Cena takes out Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, who he has been rivals with both respectfully, then I think that you could see John Cena trying to actually be a team with Logan Paul. And honestly, I think that would be very refreshing for WWE because we've always wanted to see what John Cena would be like as a bad guy, and it would still keep Logan Paul in the United States title picture. So I think Logan Paul is going to retain, but I think it's going to be from an assist from John Cena.
Respectfully, that man has called out the weirdest shit possible on these episodes, and some of them have happened. So I can't
even argue that.
Like, he has.
I checked back in at like John Cena. What? What's going on? I was like, where are you taking this? Where are you taking this?
Like, he has called out.
I'm scared.
The weirdest things to happen, and we're like, that could happen, and they've happened. So I won't argue with him. If anybody's going to make a special appearance, though, I'd love it to be this gentleman right here and come out and, we finally have him in WWE. But I didn't say it, and neither did Nicky, so it probably won't happen.
I didn't even see who you held up there.
MJF.
Oh, okay.
I would love it. I would love it. You know what? I've had a pretty good track record. I'll call it. MJF is making an appearance. At WrestleMania.
He's making an appearance on our show right now too. But
I need those lottery numbers, Bree. I need those lottery numbers.
Yeah. Hey, I got some sports betting I need help with.
Oh
Just
my
I'm
gosh.
gonna ask you the
Shoot me
over
the
or
link.
under.
Shoot me the link. I got
I
you.
will. All right.
I did want to mention that while we was kind of in between matches, I do think that this WrestleMania could have been with another match or two, and not because there's not enough matches, but I just feel like there's some superstars that are not on the WrestleMania card, but they're a regular mainstay on Monday night or Friday night SmackDown that are not featured that should get a shout out. Liv Morgan, Tiffany Stratton, Nia Jax, just to name three off the top of my head that should be on at least one night.
Yeah, I definitely thought we were getting Tiffy time on Mania this year, but it's fine. I'm okay. I'll be fine.
Her voice breaks. I'm good.
Hey, maybe we'll get a women's battle royal. Who knows?
Who knows?
Don't
We'll see.
send her down to that mediocre level. She doesn't
No.
deserve that.
You can put it on the kickoff show match and announce it as the kickoff show starts. I'll be fine with
Tiffy
that.
is not kickoff show.
She's not
No.
kickoff show. I
I
disagree.
know
She's not
she's
kickoff
not,
show.
but kickoff show is better than not being on the card at all.
Yeah.
Ah.
I know. I love Tiffy too, but I really wish they would have featured her better on this weekend.
All right.
I see where my head is at. I'm sitting here thinking like, oh, would I rather be on a kickoff show or at catering? Because you can imagine what the catering is like at WrestleMania.
At
Like,
Mania?
can you imagine
yeah.
how
Yeah.
good that food could? Like, I wouldn't even be mad sitting in the back. Like, yeah, this ain't too bad.
Mhm.
Sure, I'm not on TV in front of the millions and millions of fans that's watching, but I'm sure the food is great.
No,
I
if they
definitely
did,
would be on the. I definitely would be on the kickoff show. Though. I just want y'all to know that.
if,
Just
if they were like,
on, I would be on the kickoff show. Fuck you talking about? People walking in the building, they gonna see me. Goddamn it!
Yeah.
if they were like, hey, we're not gonna use you, but you can be in catering. My number one thing would be like, can I just go to Josh Barnett's Bloodsport and just get the shit knocked out of me? Like that's all I. You let Shayna and Charlie do it. Can I do it? Can I be the one WWE staple that loses? I'd be perfectly fine with that. Like, no worries. I don't want to be in catering. I want to do something.
Yeah. And that's how a lot of these women in the back feel that don't have a match on the card. And I kind of feel like there's a few that should.
And men. Because Ricochet just keeps getting buried every year. And I just want him to have his Mania moment.
And Ricochet is another beautiful example because Ricochet can do anything you want him to do. You want him to do a 630 senton on the top rope. He got you. You want him to make an RKO look gnarly and nasty. He got you. Whether he's taking a bump or he's delivering some sort of spectacular move, Ricochet can do it all.
Facts.
Yeah.
Screw
There's
Ricochet.
a lot of talent, though. I mean, it's hard to include everybody
Yep.
on a match card. Even with 2 nights, they would have. I mean, I don't know how they would do it. I guess bring it a 3-nighter. Hell, why not make it a 4-nighter?
Make it a whole week.
Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and
They
Monday.
already got WrestleMania week. They could just turn that every
Make
night.
it a whole thing.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, at
they
that
have-
point, at that point, the lore is immediately diminished. When you 5 nights of WrestleMania,
Yeah.
there's no spectacle. I can go to work for that. Like, no, get the fuck out of here. We not doing that.
No,
And
I don't want to.
it's
I don't want
true.
to anything like that because we just shit on a Philly street fight because they tried to fit people in the card. I don't want any of that.
Preach.
I
don't
think
wanna
people
hear
get their
Facts.
Mania moment off of Mania. So you'll get it on Friday night. You'll have probably a couple of extra matches on SmackDown. You're going to
True.
get a couple of extra matches on Monday Night Raw that, oh, hey, you know what? Here's your teaser for Backlash or SummerSlam or whatnot. So,
Mhm.
not everyone can have a Mania moment.
Well,
That is true.
I think it could lead to certain situations like Liv Morgan could cost Becky Lynch the women's championship against Rhea Ripley, which we spoke about earlier, just to be included on the card.
Yeah.
To be
But-
fair, CM Punk isn't wrestling, and he's still going to be at Mania. So
Yeah,
Screw that guy.
Much to Donovan's dismay.
yeah, I kind of personally wanted the referee spot,
I didn't
but
want either
All
one.
because of the damn game.
For
That's it.
once, I was with Donovan. I didn't want CM Punk involved at all. Like, it's not necessary, but we're getting it. Just stay at the table. Don't just keep the headset on. That's all I ask.
Yeah.
by the way, we had veered off track, but I would pick Logan Paul. Yeah.
I was finna bring us back too.
Yeah.
I thought
just talking wrestling at this point, it veers off track sometimes. It's okay.
Yeah. It happens.
Logan Paul for sure.
Alrighty. So, back on track. We have the WWE Women's Championship. Io Sky will defend against the Women's Royal Rumble winner, which absolutely means nothing at this point now.
Don't
Bailey.
mean shit. I'm sorry.
Bailey.
Don't mean a damn.
It's fine. It's fine. You agree. You've already heard my rant. You've already heard me completely complain about this. So I want Bailey to win. I'm done with this match. I don't care. Triple H has screwed me one time, and that is not giving Bailey her main event promise. I don't care anymore. Royal Rumbles mean nothing. They just guarantee a match. No main event.
Yep.
I'm done.
So I'm just say this. If I wanted Rhea and Becky on night 2, y'all know I wanted this one. Night 1, kind of towards the beginning, because like Donovan said, y'all screwed Bailey. Therefore, I don't care anymore. This should have been her main event moment, and she's not getting it. She wasn't included in the kickoff show. Like, y'all have been screwing Bailey over this entire build. Like, there hasn't been a build for this match besides her turning on Damage Control before they could turn on her. That's all we've gotten. So Bailey needs to get the win, and then that needs to be that. I'm over it.
And I'll second that, because back in January, I said Bailey was going to win the 2024 Royal Rumble, and it happened. So now I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, Io is going to retain. No, this is going to be Bailey's WrestleMania moment. She's going to walk out with the Women's Championship going into 2024, and she deserves it. Like, she's always been able to cut her promos and make the audience feel how she wants them to feel, and her in-ring ability backs it up and proves that she could stand with almost anybody in the women's division. So I think making Bailey WWE Women's Champion will be great for WWE in 2024, and it'll feel good that Bailey gets her flowers. So I'm going to say Bailey's going to beat Io Sky.
So have they actually confirmed the order? I know they've confirmed the matches. Have they confirmed the order?
As of right now, the only confirmed order is main event night 1, obviously the tag team Go Bloodline, and then main event night 2, undisputed. The finish the story, Cody Crybabies, and then the semi-main event is the World Heavyweight Championship, which we'll go on to next. Before that, we have no confirmed order.
I see. I didn't even know that. I thought they'll have Seth and Drew first before that, and then Bailey. It's kind of like the co-main event, in that they would put Bailey as the last, second to last match, because you're not going to follow, Reigns and Rhodes. So I thought we'd get Seth and Drew before we got the Io and Bailey. I think that'll also give the fans a chance to collect their breath a little bit and get a change of pace. So I'm hoping that they do that. But matches what we're talking about right now, and Bailey's going to win.
Who's left? I think we've all said Bailey.
Everybody except me.
Way to go.
Well, you stayed quiet, so I was like,
Right.
I was like, everybody said it.
Hey, we want some Bailey. Hey, we want some Bailey. I mean, it's about damn time, man. I mean, we seen this coming from a mile away. Bailey's happy now. She's good. Geese title shot. I mean, she won the Rumble. She earned it. And the story is she got beat down every week up until WrestleMania. You know how funny this is? Because Bailey got her ass whooped a couple weeks on SmackDown, and she wasn't even in no match. So like that's crazy to me. So Bailey has to be winning this championship. And if not, oh Hunter, you fucking tease. So Bailey wins. All right.
Yeah.
Bailey wins.
Love it.
All right.
It's Bailey. When's their European tour after this?
Right after
Yeah.
this.
Right
Yeah,
after this?
correct.
Those hey Bailey chants, hey Bailey, oh, are
Bailey.
gonna be so loud.
I want to
So I'm
know
rooting for Bailey.
if you'll be my girl. Yep. That's going to be great. We're going to hear it in Scotland at Clash at the Castle. Thanks to Alba Fire for leaking that for all of us.
Oh wow. Well, shout out to her.
Everyone thought it was Drew that leaked it. It was Alba Fire. So the co-main event, the semi-main event, will feature the World Heavyweight Champion Seth Rollins going one-on-one with Drew McIntyre. And there's nothing really special about this match. There's no special commentary. Nobody's going to actually come out that doesn't need to be there. I'm just going to completely pretend. I may watch this match with the sound off because I just don't really care about the commentary at this point. Like, you know, Pat's already good for me. Like, I don't need to hear anybody else. So I'm going to stick with that. I'll let you guys have your time because I know you guys probably have some theories or anything like that. So I'll go with Drew McIntyre. Actually, I'll throw a swerve. I'm going to go with Damian Priest being the last man to hold the title at the end of this match with no special commentary at all and no special person coming out thinking that he needs to be the shit when he definitely doesn't even need to be here. So whoever wants to go next, you're perfectly welcome to do so.
First of all, I love that we're just pretending CM Punk isn't on commentary.
Who?
I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre because he's an honest man. He's just trying to do what needs to be done. And
It's just honest.
the heel turn is going to fall so flat if he does not finally get the belts. All I ask out of this is we get Broken Dreams. Please. That's all I want. Just give us Broken Dreams and I'll be happy.
And you know what? I'll second that. I do think that Drew McIntyre is going to defeat Seth Rollins, but I think that as soon as it happens, I'm there with Donovan. I think that Damian Priest is going to sprint to the ring because this is going to be a 25-minute classic. Drew McIntyre may even catch an injury at the end of this match and win. And then Damian Priest can come down and capitalize on the injury and walk out with the World Heavyweight Championship. That's what I see happening. I mean, the only benefit I could see Damian Priest not cashing in is if he wants to pass Carmella for the person that's held the briefcase for the longest at 287 days. I mean, other than that, if Damian Priest is going to cash in at WrestleMania, then he's going to do it on the Seth Drew match.
Okay.
So yeah, I have two different ways. One, Drew, as of right now, hasn't re-signed. So if he decides, if Tony Khan comes in and says, hey, you know what, we're going to make you our champion and we're going to give you this dump truck full of money if you come over, and Drew accepts, Seth's going to win. I don't care if it's at Clash of the Castle or coming down the pipe or not. They don't care. Yeah, is it going to make a good storyline? Sure. If Drew could be there, absolutely. But I don't know. So I think depending on if Drew resigns and he's done the work, this turn that he's on is phenomenal. I love the work that he's putting in. I'd love to see him come out as the winner. But up until that point where I hear that long term he's going to sign, I really don't know. So I can go either way on this one. I prefer Drew to win. I think Priest is going to cash in. I think that he who shall not be named will stop the cash in after it's already cashed in and cost Priest the cash in. That way, setting up future matches between Drew and this extra commentary person. I think that's where they're going to go with it. They put in too much groundwork there. But again, if they decide to go with Seth, could be the same way, just a different, slightly different direction. Hard.
He said extra commentary person. Is TK letting us borrow Jim Ross for a feud? I don't know who the extra commentary
person is. Slobber knocker.
I'm gonna just say same thing that DJ said. Priest is gonna cash in like the heist of the century, fail, and Drew McIntyre is gonna benefit from it. And I just see so much they can reverse the feud now, where now Seth is now chasing. That gives him more time to push towards Clash at the Castle. So I'm going Drew.
Okay.
Man, listen. Leave Damian Priest ass in the back. Leave him alone. All right. Just because you ain't gonna say his name, that don't mean I won't. All right. Chick Magnet Phil, CM Punk himself, will be on commentary during this match. And as I said once, I'll say it again. And Bree, you said it already. I was pointing at you earlier. All right. Drew is an honest man, just trying to do an honest day's work. Okay. Everything he said, he's delivered on. And I believe that he is the savior. And no matter what CM Punk tries to do, the honest man will win in the end. And that means everything that Drew has done is for something and not nothing. Drew wins a new world heavyweight champion.
In the words of the DM Hunk, amen. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. DM Hunk. I change. I'm sorry I disrespected the DM Hunk. I won't do that again, sir. Just please get Punk Satani Phil away from all of us, please.
All right.
So now
time to cook now, baby.
We're at the end.
Yes, sir.
We have already gone through a bunch of matches. We are tired, but we are ready. We have Roman Reigns defending in what seemed like a pretty pivotal, we're probably all voted bloodline rules match against the back-to-back Royal Rumble winner, one of the founders of AEW, basically the Homelander here. Hopefully dark mode, if we could ever do that really fast. I don't know how hair dye works. Cody Rhodes. I'm gonna let you guys go first. Whoever wants to go first. I know that Bree has a whole scenario. DJ has a whole scenario. Unc, I feel like you're gonna be cool about it and just say one word.
Of course.
Yeah.
Who wants to go first?
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna paint this picture for y'all real quick, okay? So end of night 1, okay? After a hard fought match, Cody and Seth lose, okay? The Rock and Roman, they get their win. The Rock does what he said that he was going to do. He wipes Cody's blood onto the weight belt. with Mama Rose's name on it, and he hands it to
Mama
her
Rhodes.
in the front row and says, "You're welcome." Okay? He hands her the belt. We move on to night 2. Bloodline rules, okay? There's cameos and shenanigans up the wazoo, okay? Like this match goes absolutely bonkers, okay? We've got like 30 minutes, okay? And somehow, some way, Cody is able to turn things around. He gets a last win, and he is able to finish the story. But it does not end there, okay? He hands the belt to Mama Rhodes, and that's it, right? We think that's it. But no, The Rock is still out there, pissed, because he said he was going to do everything in his power to make sure Cody does not get this belt. And what did Roman do? Roman failed. He failed. And as the final boss, he feels like he's got to protect the family. And this leads to WrestleMania 41. Roman Reigns versus The Rock. Picture is painted. Y'all go ahead.
Well,
Damn.
I've got a very interesting painting myself of how I think this main event is going to go. I do think it's going to be like 30 minutes. I think that it's going to be a long bloodline match, and I think that same situation where The Rock tries to get involved, and all of a sudden Stone Cold Steve Austin's music hits, and he comes down, and him and The Rock just get in an all-out fight, and they end up brawling out of the arena, and then everybody that Roman Reigns is screwed over, Kevin Owens, Drew McIntyre, Brock Lesnar, John Cena, they all come out and hit Roman Reigns with their finisher, and then Cody Rhodes hits 3 crossroads, wins the title, and gives it to Mama Rhodes.
Avengers Endgame. I love it.
I don't know about Brock though.
No.
He's on the page. He is on the page.
Oh,
he is on the roster page.
Brock Lesnar will show up this weekend. I believe it.
look, you know what? Nicky said it, so I can't.
He said it.
He said Nicky said it at Elimination Chamber that he thought Brock was going to come back, and a week later, me and DJ are trying to figure out how, because he was added back to the roster page. Nicky works for them. He's just humbling us at this point.
I wish I got
paid. You're a paid actor, I swear.
You're a paid actor, dude. There's no possible way you could call so many. There's no way you could have called the Iconics. We're gonna be invited, and you did, and then Lesnar, and we were all like,
all right. So I thought that they're gonna pull out all the stops on night 1. And we would get a clean fight between Roman and Cody, with the caveat of you have the bloodline making their way through the crowd or whatnot, and then The Rock's music hits and he stops the bloodline. On to his word, they lost the match the night before. It's going to be, no more Roman shenanigans, no more extra family members to come out and hit Cody when he's not looking or whatever. That's the only reason why I said that they could win that. And I'm still hung up on the Cody saying he's going to take everything away from Roman. Absolutely everything. Bloodline, the belt. He's going to leave Roman with nothing. And then The Rock comes out. Then they have all of this. And so I'm like, man, how are they going to make this work? And so, but I mean, I still think that Cody finishes the story. I think that he's going to hand the belt off, regardless of who anybody gets dropped. Or if it's a bloodline rules or any of that. I think it's going to end with Cody celebrating in the rink. His mom's going to have the belt, and this is where we're going to get MJF and he comes in and drops Cody right there in the ring, and it goes off the air. That's there we go.
I'm here for that.
Shit.
This is why he's the wise man.
Bruh, listen. I already had this match going one way in my head now. So if that were to happen, oh Nelly, hold on to your britches. I don't know what else. But I'm sorry, as much as everybody wants Cody to finish his story. And
Don't you dare say it.
He's gonna say it.
Don't you dare say it. Don't do it. You
I mean,
so first time we ever
mean,
met,
I
you were like
mean-
14 years. 14 years.
I mean, the man has a hit documentary on A&E right now. He is a fucking legend, and he's still wrestling. The stories, how they make a movie about him, and the movie's still going now, huh? The man is not done yet. He's not finished. No matter how stressed out he may look with all the grays in his beard, we gotta acknowledge him for one more year. Roman Reigns gets the big fat dub to send all the boys and girls home crying. Acknowledge him.
What is he stressed about? He works
got
4
5
times a year.
He's got 2 sets of twins. That's enough stress right there.
Amen.
And a teenage daughter. Yeah, the man is stressed. Okay.
Well, okay. Chris, do you want to go? Or me?
I'm a proud Cody crybaby, and I stand by it. Finish
Okay.
the story. Bring in. I can't be looking at this photo of me meeting Cody at the Rumble and just like, one more year, I'm going to become a Dallas Cowboys fan at that point. And
Screw you for one.
and
We
I
loyal
think
as
it's just time. It's time. Get like a big baby face because it's that moment. Rock's involved. I'm pretty sure Cody's gonna be that next figurehead to lead the charge and give Roman time off. Albeit, so I want Cody to win.
So I'll end this. And this is what I've been thinking since WWE allowed Shayna Baszler to be on Josh Barnett's Bloodsport. I've been very quiet. Because I know this is fantasy booking, but Roman deserves this moment. Seth deserves this moment. And you guys might know what I'm alluding to. So during the match, shenanigans. It's Seth and Jay. Cody's beaten, Roman's beaten, but you have The Rock, Jimmy, and Solo, and they're looking ready. They're excited. And when Shayna was announced, I was like, well, maybe they'll talent swap for one night. The crowd's scared. Everybody's like, man, we're going to have Roman again for a year. And out of the crowd, we see a hoodie that says Kill Jitsu on it. And somebody's walking down the stairs, and Michael Cole's like, oh my God,
Shit.
But he doesn't say Dean Ambrose. He sticks because Seth Rollins made it canon. John Moxley, and he gives Seth a fist bump. They go to town on it. It's not a Forbidden Door moment. They're not going to work together, but Roman deserves this moment. He's wanted a main event moment with his brothers. He's talked about it forever. Everybody's freaking out. I'm crying at home. I'm like, he's there.
Yeah.
He did it.
Babe.
This leads to Roman and Cody finally being in the ring, one-on-one, no help. John already did his part. He's walking Seth out, who's beat up because of his match with Drew McIntyre. And we finally get to finish this dumbass story that's been going on forever. And Roman gets to relax for a little bit. He gets to go off, relax, be a family man, maybe work in Hollywood a little bit, work part-time. But the moment that Shayna Baszler was announced, I was like, there's no way they would do that without Trips getting something out of it in return. And with one of the biggest members of Josh Barnett's Bloodsports being Jon Moxley, I was like, this is the moment that Roman really wanted, a main event with with his brothers, with his best friends in the world. Even though kayfabe, him and Seth argue, they love each other. And I was like, I'm going to keep it quiet for the prediction. This is what I've been thinking. I would love it.
Said it before in the group chat. I'm a Cancer, y'all. I'm too over emotional for them to do something like that. I will sob during the main event if they pull that. Donovan, what the fuck?
I hear Wild Thing blaring out the PA system in Lincoln Financial Field. I'm gonna flip my shit. And that's word to Big Bird.
Hey, Ramos joined in.
Hey, Ramos, you joined at the end. We gave you a shout out. At the very beginning, we gave you a shout out, brother. But you are in the drawing for the cup. If you've seen any of our social media, since you said hi, you are in the drawing. And plus, we're going to have more lives this entire weekend. But we're talking about what if Jon Moxley was talent swapped for one night to help Seth and Jay defend Cody as this weird
I would do.
I would cry, dude. He fist bumped me in El Paso, bro. That's my boy. I would cry. I would legitimately cry. That's what I want. That's
what a Raw after Mania. Am I right?
That's what I wanted to do. I wanted to go last because I was like, this is gonna hit everybody. Wild thing.
That'd be an amazing moment. But Cody still wins because how can you have a damn video game that's tagline is finish the story and you don't finish the damn story?
Yeah.
I mean, they've been building for this for 2 freaking years. Yeah, I know, money. I know. But Roman wants to act. He doesn't. I mean, he likes wrestling. I don't think he loves wrestling anymore. Very similar to The Rock. He can go make some movies, go do some shows, come back as an alumni, throw a match here or there.
See, I don't want to say that he doesn't love wrestling anymore because in the documentary, he said that if Cody wins, he's done, right? But on the Pat McAfee show, literally like a week ago, he said that he's not done.
No.
So it's like, maybe he's like, look, it's been 3 going on 4 years. I need a break. So go take a break.
Yeah.
Okay. Undoubtedly, no matter how you feel about it, he has been carrying the company on his back since Thunderdome. So he deserves a break. He deserves a few months to just go be a family man, do Hollywood if you want. Take that much deserved, well-deserved break, But Donovan, you fucked me up with that.
Damn right.
I do got one more hot take about the main event. I also think when Cody Rhodes wins the main event, I wouldn't be surprised if Uncle Howdy interrupted him as Bo Dallas and Braun Strowman came out and stared down Cody Rhodes for wanting the title.
I forgot about Uncle Howdy.
Shit.
Donovan Moxley, and I forgot about that.
I got a new soft spot.
Braun Strowman could be doing it for Bray Wyatt.
Yeah.
I don't know about that, son. That's because I mean, listen, after watching that whole thing, the documentary, he sounds just like him.
Yeah.
It
was just like,
it was so good. It was so good.
Everybody cried.
That last 30 minutes tore my ass to pieces.
We warned you.
Yeah, I was crying when they talked about it passing.
We warned you. We told
you. Cinema.
It's gonna hurt. We didn't think it was, and it was awesome that we all had our own particular moments where we all cried, but we all came together and was like, that last 30 minutes.
Yeah.
I was at work. I was at work with tears streaming down my
Oh,
cheek.
you did that to yourself.
Oh, well, I didn't know.
Wow.
All right, well, you know,
2 hours.
I've seen several before, and none of them really tore me up like that one did. So yeah, oh man, yeah.
One thing that documentary did make me realize is that Bray Wyatt should have defeated John Cena at WrestleMania 30.
Yep.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Absolutely.
He had Bray Wyatt had everything. He had the whole world in the palm of his hand, and it could have been a beautiful passing of the torch from Cena to Wyatt, and everything was there for him to win this match. Bray Wyatt should have beat him.
I just feel like if he had won that match, it would have changed a lot. Like, it would have changed a lot about the way his career went.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he still would have had the personal shit, and like, who knows if we would have ended up with the Fiend and Uncle Howdy, you know? Like, everything happens.
Yeah.
But even John Cena said that he should have won that match. Like, that's
Hindsight's 2020.
Yeah.
Hindsight is undefeated at this point. It sucks. But yeah, I'm sorry I messed you up with that John Moxley stuff. But the moment that I saw that poster, my mind was Triple H. If Triple H is willing to let talent be on a GCW show, he's got to get something out of it. And obviously he knows. Shayna was the most hated woman on that show. The crowd was literally saying F you, Shayna. He knew he was going to get something out of it. Triple H isn't dumb. And my mind went, well, who's the person that helped Josh Barnett's Bloodsport get huge? The Shield, the brother that had to go away, the prodigal son, the one that went to go to the rival company and, you know, make his career during the pandemic. Also, I'm very
led that rival company, I may add.
Yes, he did.
Yeah.
So wouldn't it make sense that he comes home for one night when they're all together in
circle?
Philadelphia is a special city, man.
Why the fuck not? If there's ever time to do it, it's now.
Because Roman said it, like, this is how he wants to end his career, is have all three of them. Now, obviously, he's not going to do that, but it can allude to something later on here in a year or two or three.
Yeah.
But to get this, I mean, nobody would predict it. And if it does happen, I want another fist bump from John Moxley because I'm a boy. I'm one of his boys. I'm a loyalist. I always will be. But it made sense in my mind. And I was like, you know what? I'll fantasy book this pick because it'd be perfect. Now, not saying that MJF coming out wouldn't be, or, you know, like Bree said, The Rock just completely obliterates Cody after the fact, and then which leads into Minnesota WrestleMania, which I hope we're all there. I really do. I want to watch a show with you guys live. You guys have to deal with my emotions. You think you're emotional?
If
I almost cried when Jordan Grace came out.
Together.
We can be.
We can cry together.
It's fine. But that is our WrestleMania predictions. Any final thoughts? Anything you guys want to say? Open mic. We don't have to worry about time.
Bring on the weekend. I am ready. Let's go.
Yeah. 20 matches in 2 days. I'm here for it. I can't wait for it to get started.
And like I said, we're going to go live right after the pay-per-view. So we will be live while they're doing the press conferences. Unfortunately, but we'll try to keep everybody in. But it seems like you guys are all down to come back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So we're gonna have interesting talks. Let's see who's right. Let's see who's wrong.
Watch
Hopefully,
Nicky be right.
What? Nicky's gonna call it. Like there's no doubt about this. Nicky's calling it.
If anybody's gonna win, it's gonna be me and Nicky. I'm just saying. Our track record is it speaks for itself.
Immaculate at this point. Immaculate. I love these episodes. It's always a little lonely on Thursdays when we don't have you guys. I love having all of you guys
Aw.
here and being able to talk on Thursdays. But
Going
you
forward,
guys,
we're going to be having more pay-per-views. So I think we got one in France. We're going to Scotland in the middle of June. We got Money in the Bank 3 weeks later. So they're spacing them out pretty well. So we'll be able to be here more often.
you forgot about Saudi Arabia, my guy. We got 2 pay-per-views in May.
Yeah, Saudi Arabia is another one.
Hold on. Damn the spacing. Can we talk about fucking time zones? Shit.
Yeah.
Damn the spacing.
That it's about to get.
Because
That
after
trip- that-
Elimination
that pay-per-view
Chamber, I was
hurt
fed
us.
up.
We can't vouch to do one if they ever hold one again in Australia. Cannot
No.
vouch to do watch along.
I don't blame you on
Look
that
at here.
one.
Won't be there.
Listen, I want the camera to point directly to me when I say this. Y'all take y'all ass back to Australia for another PLE. Tune in to Bleacher Report for all your updates because you ain't getting them from us. I promise you that.
Nope.
And you can clip that. That's
I'll
crazy.
be in my bed.
Amen.
Sleep.
If I get another 5 a.m. start time, I didn't even make it through the last one. I fell asleep like on the third match.
Okay, you guys are lucky for one because you guys got 5 a.m. I took a small nap and stayed up from 11 till 7 that day trying to figure out who was going to win. That was not a good choice. And me and Chris, by the main event, were like this. He hit him. Oh, that was cool. No, that was great.
Yeah, it was never again.
Ooh.
That was the worst thing in the world. No, we'll do it. We'll have a smiling smile.
With the exception of Saudi Arabia, it looks like we're just going to Europe. So normally when we go to Europe, it's just kind of like 11 a.m. noontime, 1 p.m. So that's a lot better to deal with.
Yeah. Who's still in the show at NXT Stand and Deliver?
Ooh, way to work that in there.
Whoop that trick.
Trick
Whoop that
Williams.
trick. Whoop that trick.
Whoop that
Whoop
trick.
that
Main
trick.
event.
Whoop that
Main
trick.
event
Oh,
trick
yeah.
is what they call them after the night. After that
Absolutely.
night, man. Well, correction, that afternoon. Let me be let's be frank.
I predicted Trick
that
Williams to
afternoon.
beat Carmelo Hayes.
That's gonna be an interesting.
I just want them to end it off as it slowly fades out from broadcast with Booker T ad libs. Just fade it out.
Whoop that trick.
And then go
Yeah.
from there. I like it.
I do think we're gonna have a new NXT champion on Saturday.
I agree.
Yes.
I agree.
Family. Listen,
Gabagool.
This is a murderous
Tony D'Angelo,
champion.
because I think Ilya Dragunov needs to come up to the main roster and fight Gunther.
Said it on the 2.5 Heels podcast like 5 million times. Okay.
Available everywhere on
Trick Williams-
Spotify.
No. All right. It's all right. It's all right.
Trick
We
Williams
love it.
getting
We
the
love
win.
We love it.
Okay. Trick Williams is getting the win. Tony D'Angelo, he's getting the win. And Raw after Mania, we're getting Ilya Dragunov and Carmelo Hayes called up. I'm calling. It's got to happen. But
On Raw?
I like it.
Roxanne Perez and Lyra Valkyria are going to steal this. So that match is going to be brutal, and I cannot fucking wait.
I got Roxy there.
Roxy.
Yeah.
I got Roxanne Perez defeating Lyra Valkyria.
Call Lyra Valkyria up too while you're at it.
I think Lyra Valkyria is ready for the main roster, and I think Roxanne Perez is ready to be a 2-time NXT Women's Champion.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I feel
Lyra.
like she's become a cornerstone in NXT to the point where she's this day's version of Tommaso Ciampa or Johnny Wrestling.
No Lyra.
Like they call Roxanne Perez the prodigy for a reason.
Facts.
I'm still good without Lyra. But yeah, everything else is great, but just no Lyra. I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of hers either. She's all right, but why not call her up? I don't
I
think
don't.
there's else for her to do.
I don't want another Norse/pagan/Viking chick, so I'm good. No Lyra. I'm good.
Well, you could always just team it with Alba Dawn and Alba Fire and Isla Dawn.
And have the coven? No, I'm good. I'm all right. I'm okay.
They love their liking rating.
Have the coven? No, I'm good.
Or at least Valhalla.
I'm good.
So then we'll have the Shield Maidens? No, I'm good.
Oh my
I'm
god.
The Shield Maidens.
With Michael Cole, the anglers.
Yeah, I'm
that
good.
was fun. But I was almost gonna let this slide, but now I'm not. Back to the beginning of our wonderful stream here, almost about 2 hours ago. Okay, the chopsticks, face palm. She looks like she can use chopsticks, son.
Okay. To be fair, let me say this. To be fair,
I'm so glad we addressed that.
So to be fair, let me say this. She says, I cut it out because I knew it'd be funny. She says after that,
No,
that's
keep
very hard. That's a very hard thing to master. But I was like, that's not going to be as funny as she can use chopsticks. Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
There's a lot of things like in the unedited version that make these things less funny. But I was like, you know what? They were so happy. Like the amount of happiness that they had, I was like, you know what? I got to make this as funny as possible. And
I was fucking crying, son.
Yeah,
y'all couldn't see me. I was fucking weak over there, son.
I know you, Bree. You completely lost it when I was like, "Did you lick your phone?" Yeah,
I know, right?
Oh God, I was like, what?
Yeah.
What is going on?
So during the recording, I had my phone with the match card. Well, I'm very proud of her. Her and my aunt, they actually looked back and did a little bit of research on each of the matches, but she's been such a big Roman Reigns fan that she already had a picture. So she was like, when she says, "Have you seen his tattoos?" She pointed the phone at me and I was like, "Yeah, Mom, I've seen his tribal tattoos before." So yeah, there's so many things that are out of context, and that's why I put the warning disturbing content.
Oh my
You think that, and that was them not putting on a gimmick, nothing. That's just what I live with. Like, that is it. So if they were to ever watch a pay-per-view with all of us, it'd be
perfect.
It'd be hell in a half.
Between me roasting the superstars, your mom just being disrespect.
It's just
you crying.
Yeah,
me crying.
All of us crying. Well, me and Bree crying. Morgan,
Nikki
awe.
leaving early to cash in the lotto because Brock shows up.
Oh yeah. Actually, you know what? I feel like Nicky would be like, "Hey, I got to go to the bathroom," and then just go backstage and be like, "All right, boss, I have them deterred. They don't know what's actually going on." And then coming back, and he's like, "Oh, hey guys, that was a long break," and we're like, "You were gone for 2 hours."
You have to go run.
That's it. You were gone for so long, Nicky.
You were gone for 2 hours.
We're like, we just saw, Bobby Lashley do a 450. Where were you? And he was like, "Oh yeah, I know."
Holy shit! Wait.
Well, because it'd be something that we wouldn't know, and Nicky knew the entire time. Like, that's all it is.
Oh my god!
Like, WWE is pretty good at being able to tell us who's gonna win and lose without telling us who's gonna win and lose. You just got to see through the lines sometimes with these matches.
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's a movie called Oppenheimer, and at some points he can actually see string theory. I feel like that's you.
Well, I do have Asperger's syndrome, so I am very intelligent when it comes to things like that. Mathematically, I could do algebra 3 still.
Jeez.
Shit, I can't do algebra 1, brother.
I was gonna say,
That's crazy.
That's cold.
And I never even took algebra 3 in high school at all.
I'm just
shit.
it's gonna be an interesting weekend. I'm super excited. I'm
I am
excited to
too.
who do you guys think that you're gonna cry at the Hall of Fame? That's a
Yes.
good little segue. Do you guys think you're
No.
gonna cry at the Hall of Fame?
I
No,
cry
not
every
this year.
year.
Like,
Well, Bree, you don't count. You're gonna cry regardless. So you don't
If-
count.
if Bray Wyatt was being inducted, I would.
Yeah.
But
I think I
His
might at the US Express because I feel like they're gonna mention Bray. So I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
that'll be
that
it.
get me. And then Roman is inducting Paul Heyman, which I posted it on our Instagram story. I'm going to cry.
Well, I mean, Paul Heyman's only had really a few guys. He's had Brock Lesnar, he's had Roman Reigns, he's had Undertaker, hasn't had anybody else. So I mean, there wasn't really a
he had
huge.
Rob Van Dam, the Big Show, and the Dudley Boys too.
Oh yeah, he had them.
Oh, no.
Yes, so he did have them, but he hasn't had
Yeah.
anybody else. So there wasn't really a huge pool that could go.
A chick magnet, Phil Brooks, as well.
No, the only chick magnet was the Miz. I don't know why you guys keep saying this Phil dude. I don't know. Phil in probably because that's the only
Fill
spot he can get.
in,
Phil,
dog.
But that's the only spot he could
Dog.
get. Just
Oh,
mid card tier right there. But
The disrespect.
straight
Damn.
up. And if you guys ever think like, if you guys ever thought, oh, he won't say this in person, y'all don't know me. I still am. I don't like the gentleman. People that we've interviewed have met the gentleman and said amazing things about him, but I'm like Nicky. I read in between the lines. I'm like, I know the
And
facade.
you know what? I can respect the fact that you don't like CM Punk because I can't stand Charlotte Flair. Like you had said before, there's always that one particular wrestler that there's always one that they don't like.
redacted.
Redacted.
For those who
which
don't know,
redacted?
that's
There's like
Ridge Holland is this redacted right now. Just so y'all know.
he took away my Big E.
Thank you.
He took away my
Yeah.
Big E.
That was it for me. He's done.
He's done. It's all storyline, and you're like, it's not.
It's not. He's done. I want him gone.
She's got an arrow for his Achilles. She's like, he thinks it's story, but it's not.
Like it's hard to think it's story because like the way Rich Holland had suplexed Big E went outside the ring when it happened, it would be almost impossible to actually replicate how Big E medically would need to land in order to have Big E suffer the injury that he did. Like if Rich Holland knew that he couldn't suplex Big E successfully, then they should have never had that spot happen.
That's true. And I do
Yeah.
agree with that. I will always agree with that. Watch, this dude's probably one of the nicest people. And I'm like, no, you took
Yeah.
away.
I
Took
love
away
Big E.
nicest. Okay.
Yes.
He can be nice all you want, but Big E is undoubtedly the nicest person in that entire company. Everyone who has ever worked with him has only ever had positive things to say about him, and you took him away from us.
Yep. Like, and Bray Wyatt and maybe Liv Morgan are the only two that can live up to how genuinely nice of a person Big E is. Like, I give all the flowers in the world to Big E because he deserves them. He is such a kind-hearted individual.
Facts.
All right. As we begin to wind down, and we will see all of you guys this weekend. You're going to see a lot of all of our podcasts. What are your final thoughts? What are you guys super excited for? And of course, how can everyone find you?
I'll go first.
Go ahead.
I'll kick it off. Why not? Honestly, every Mania, as much as I'm excited to see, the culmination of all the storylines that they've been working on for the past couple months, it's the surprises, bro. Like, that's what makes WrestleMania for me, is all of the surprises. You never know what's going to happen. And this year, you genuinely have no idea what's going to happen. WWE as a whole has just been a never say never, you can't predict them kind of company for the past few months. So I'm very excited for that. And y'all can find us at 2.5_heels on Instagram. Yes.
And you can find me at Nicky D. Rustis on YouTube.com. And I will admit, this is the Super Bowl of wrestling. This is where they're going to pull out all the stops for all the storylines that they've been working towards all year. So this is the one event of 2024 that you don't want to miss. Other than that, I can't wait till Saturday to watch it. And I know the other 5 people on this podcast can't wait till Saturday to watch it. And that's how I'm going to end that.
Period.
Thanks. So I'm gonna end this on a note that earlier I said Philadelphia is the same city that booed Santa Claus, right?
Mhm.
Now, if y'all have been paying attention to WWE TV, we got some musical performances at WrestleMania this weekend. It was announced that Lil Wayne is going to be in the building, dropping off his new single. And also, we're going to be getting Meek Mill at WrestleMania. I need the Philadelphia crowd to feel me on this one, y'all. All right. If y'all don't boo this man out the building,
Facts.
I don't know what we are doing in the city of brotherly love. Okay. But if y'all don't at least boo him out the building, y'all better no Diddy his ass back to Broad Street. You hear me? All right.
That's a fact.
I stand on that.
Nightmare.
And like Bree said, 2.5_hills. That's us on Instagram. My ad name's down there. Wait, over there.
Down there.
It's right there. Uncle Black 215. Thank y'all as always. DJ.
Yeah, you can find me on the Exegesis YouTube, normally Thursday nights at the same time as these guys. Yeah, I pointed the right direction over there. They go on at the same time, but you know what? We're all good friends. We've known them for a while now, and yeah, we collaborate together often. But you can also get me at Red for Charlie on the Twitterverse as well. Man, as Bree said, you know, you can't. It's so unpredictable, and especially this year, you don't know what's going to happen. We've fantasy booked the hell out of this thing, and we really don't know until it happens, and it's going to be glorious. So tune in with us. It's going to be amazing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys notice what picture I showed, it was Brett Lauderdale and Nick Khan hugging. So yeah, John Moxley's going to be in the main event. I don't care what anybody says at this point. You guys can follow us on all the socials at Downtime in the Ring, except Twitter, because mine is FCH1 of1. You guys can catch us every Thursday. You guys are going to catch us a lot this weekend. Saturday, right after the pay-per-view. Sunday, right after the pay-per-view. I don't even care what time it is. I'm going to be happy just to talk about Mania. This is something that we all love, something that brought us all together. And I'm just thankful that we got this community. We're able to talk. We're able to spend time with each other. And we will see you on Saturday. Also, no pod, like normal pre-recorded pod episode. We took the week off because normally everybody that I go and talk to is saying it's super busy. No, every podcast, every wrestler, everybody is super trying to get on podcasts and, you know, vent their stuff. Like some random dude went on Ariel Hawali and talked bad about AEW for no reason. Like anybody gave a shit. So we will see y'all on Saturday.